In these problems, we're looking at the interior and the exterior angles of triangles. And just to remind you what those are, let's say we have a triangle here. This might be, well, let's just say this is an equilateral triangle. And you probably know that would be 60, 60, and 60. Those are the interior angles. They're on the inside. An exterior angle happens when you extend the line. And what you get on the other side of that angle is called the exterior angle. In this case, it would be 120 because, as you can see, the interior angle and the exterior angle, they're a linear pair. So they're always going to add up to 180. Let's look at this first problem. It says in triangle ABC, well, let's draw a picture here. Angle ABC. A is 43. C is 57. Calculate the measure of angle B. And this one should be pretty easy for you. You should know that the interior angles of a triangle add up to 180 degrees. So you simply add these two together. So 43 plus 57, that I think is 100. And then you subtract from 180 and you get 80 left over. So the measure of angle B equals 80 degrees. Let's look at another one here. This one says, what is the value of x? And it says RS is congruent to ST. So this side is RS, and it's congruent with ST. So these are the same measure. So this is an isosceles triangle. And then it says the measure of angle SRT, so this angle right in here, is 3x minus 45. Oh, okay, we're going to have to use some algebra here. I'm going to just jot this in there, 3x minus 45. And then it says the measure of angle STU, which is actually this exterior angle here, is 6x. So this one is 6x. So how do we go about figuring this one out? Well, one thing to know is that in an isosceles triangle, you have these two equal sides, and they result in two equal angles. So this angle and this angle are always the same. So if this angle is 3x minus 45, well, so is this one. And then the other thing to know is that an interior and an exterior angle right next to each other add up to 180. They're a linear pair. So I could put this together as an algebraic expression. 3x minus 45 plus 6x will equal 180. And that would allow me to solve for x. So I'm going to do that. So 6x plus 3x minus 45 equals 180. And we can combine our like terms here. So I've got 9x minus 45 equals 180. And now we're going to add 45 to both sides because I want to get that x term alone. So I get 9x equals 225. Now I'm going to divide both sides by 9. And I get x equals 25. Let's do one more. So here's a tricky one. This is a word problem, and it says, two large trees have fallen and become entangled over a steep canyon as shown. So here's one tree, here's another tree. Looks pretty unlikely, but I guess for the purposes of this problem, that's what happened. It says the tree on the left, so this one, makes an angle with the ground of 120 degrees. The tree on the right makes an angle with the ground towards the canyon of 60 degrees. At what angle did the trees meet? At first, this might look kind of impossible because you don't have a triangle to figure this out. However, you're allowed to draw a line here and make this a triangle. So I'm just going to extend the ground here. And now we have a triangle. And what we have is one of the interior angles and one of the exterior angles of the triangle. So we need to get this interior angle, and then we can figure out this one. Well, an exterior and an interior angle that are right next to each other are going to add up to 180. So I'll just have to take 180 minus 120 to get this angle. That's going to be 60. And now I see 60, 60. Well, this is going to be 60. So this is actually an equilateral triangle. So that is a little bit of work with interior and exterior angles of triangles.